In ATLAS.ti 8 Windows, you can examine word frequency counts. You can look at that in regards to an individual document, groups of documents, or codes, or to be more precise, the quotations connected to a given code. So let me start by looking at the word cloud of an individual document. This is the document. You go to the ribbon on top and you select word cloud. So we know now that in this individual document, BRCH agent PDF, the word health has been used the most, 28 times, followed by the word community, 16 times. You can look at this word cloud as a spiral, in a spiral layout, as well as in a typewriter layout. And if you select typewriter, then you can change the way you sort the words there. So you have to play around with alphabetical sorting, frequency, as well as word length. At the same time, you can change the threshold so that you exclude the least frequently used words and only stay with the ones that are more frequently used. So here we have 14 times only the word community and health, and all of the other words, agent, only used 8 times, Wikipedia, and so on. So there we keep going down. All right, you can also activate a stop word list. So if you unclick there, you will examine or look at all of the words in this document. But if you click on use stop word list, you are excluding a set of words that have been inserted into an exclusion list. Okay, now let's take a look at not an individual document, but rather a document group or sets of documents. So you can look at that in two ways: by selecting an individual document group, for example, all of the interviews. You select that group, you select the documents within the group, and examine the word cloud of that. So the word health has been used the most. And by the way, in these 4 documents, there are 565 words. You see that on the below on the left side. Now, these word clouds can be saved as JPG files, and then you will be able to insert those graphic files into your reports. Oops, I will not save it. I will cancel that. Now, instead of selecting a document group, you can simply select a set of documents from this list here and then activate the word cloud of these documents. So in this case, I did not select a document group. Word cloud. Here we have 1028 words, and the word most frequently used is health, 146 times. Let's now take a look at word clouds, not of individual documents, not of groups of documents, but rather of codes, and to be more precise, of the quotations connected to a given code. So in the navigator, I will select codes, and I will select the code funding sources. Right-click, word cloud. So what do we have here? we have here the words and their frequencies used by study participants to refer to funding sources. So we know that the word center is the one most frequently used when referring to funding sources, but the frequency is only 8, right? Then we have health, 6, and then we have community and partnerships and so on. Now, let's now examine the word frequency count of another code. Let's take a look at definition of community health ages. No, you know what? Let me select instead illness, because this has 19 quotations, so I think that would make a better example. Right click, word cloud. Well, in fact, I don't have such high frequency counts here. The number of words, yes, is 188, 19 quotations, but frequencies are relatively low. Diseases is 8, health is 8, disease is 5, and so on. Now, I can place one next to the other. One word cloud, the word cloud of one code next to the word cloud of another. To do that, I will start by closing the navigator by going to the left side on the edge and clicking there once. So this is the word cloud of diseases, right? New tab group to the right. On the left side, we have the word cloud of funding sources, and on the right side, the word cloud of diseases. So this can be very interesting for comparison purposes. Now, of course, if you take a screenshot of one and a screenshot of the other, and then you place them in the report, then you can examine differences there. And clearly, the people talking about funding sources, they made references to, well, things related to the funding of their community health centers, right? So center, community, partnerships, matching, for matching funds, I assume, yes, matching and funds, hospital, children, and so on, and funded. And the word cloud of illness is much related to that: diseases, hospital, health, disease, infectious, services, and so on. And finally, we can examine word clouds of quotations if we go directly to the quotation manager. Let me close here these two word clouds. I will go to the quotations manager in home, quotations. And here we are. We have on the left side the codes that we have used, and on the right side the quotations. So you can select one single code, let's say this definition of community health agents, and then you select the quotations, all of them or a subset of them, and click on word cloud. Now, alternatively, you can go to quotations again, and instead of selecting a code and then selecting the quotations that are connected to that code, you can create a word cloud of quotations independently of the codes. So to do that, you just select whatever quotations you want to select, right? So this is independent from the codes that you have on the margin on the left side, and then you will create an output for this set of quotations. I meant to say a word cloud for this set of quotations. Okay, Okay, so this is all what I wanted to show you about word clouds. In another video tutorial, I will be talking about looking at word frequency counts through word lists. And in that case, we will be able to export those lists to Excel so that you can work with those numbers. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.